Good evening, Internet lands. My name is Kip, and you're watching Car Chat with Kip on America Bumper to Bumper. On this live stream, we talk car news, we talk recalls if we can find any, car stories, anything that's interesting that's car related, we're willing to do and talk about. Um, I always like to start this out with a thank you for everybody that comes in and watches this, whether it's now or in the replay. Hey, Jason, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. This week, we're going to give you some channel updates. We're going to give you ideas of what's going to happen over the next few weeks as I make the transition down to Tennessee. So we'll start with we'll want to start with that. Next week will be the last Car Chat with Kip and Buy It or Boot It. I'm going to take a little bit of time off as I get everything ready for me moving, and so it'll probably be a month before we get everything back up and running. So probably the middle of April we'll have shows again. So we'll put some Instagram, Facebook posts out there so you guys know when things are gonna start happening again. But so we're gonna do next week. It will be the last episodes for season 1 of Buy It or Boot It and season 2 of Car Chat with Kip, and we'll go from there. Might as well, while we're here, we'll also do a quick channel update. We lost, let me get rid of that. There we go. We lost 2 subscribers over, well, since the second video of Zelda actually running happened. So we lost 2 subscribers. We're down to 444. But hey, Brian, how you doing? Thanks for being here, bud. I know that I picked up at least 1 subscriber from the old car guy and 6 fan. Gosh, and I haven't even had much of this yet. And I'm thinking that probably picked up the other one from them as well. So thank you, Jason. Appreciate your guys's live stream, and it got me back up to 446. So wicked cool. Not much is happening on Facebook right now, which is okay. So we're going to get into probably one of the biggest, in my opinion, stories of the week, and that is leaked images of the 2-door and 4-door Bronco. This is, of course, the picture of the rear of it. You can see the spare tire attached to the back here, lift up window, the removable roof sections. It actually looks like you can take each section out like the 4-door Jeep. I was really concerned about the 4-door Bronco, and whether that was going to be a good thing. I don't know, that's kind of the wrong terming, but what it would be like. But I gotta say, it's looking pretty good. Can't really see on here how you're taking the doors off, which that kind of makes me a little nervous. Can see though it's got backup sensors in the bumper. At least that looks like to me backup sensors. But I do like the heritage design of the tail lights, and we do have a smaller picture. I don't know if this will bring up the big one. Not really. You can kind of see there's another picture that I'll show in a second that's got the bigger, better picture of the front of the truck. But overall, I gotta say, and you can see in the background in this picture here, that you can see the two-door without the roof on. They're looking promising, I gotta say. Now, they, as we'll get into in this story, it is likely, because they were expecting middle of next week to debut the new Bronco, but it's looking like coronavirus is going to postpone that, and we'll get into what? I said Corona strikes again. Yeah, well, it strikes a lot, and a lot of stuff going on here. Yes, definitely mighty Jeepish. I do like the headlight design and the big Bronco across the grill rather than just saying Ford. I'm assuming there'll be a Ford logo on the hood, but who knows? But yeah, it's kind of weird. I like the placement of the mirrors. That's definitely a pillar. Not on the door like a lot of vehicles. But I don't see how you're going to be taking the doors off this. Maybe it's something you open it up and there's some quick releases or something on the inside there. But that's pretty. Yeah, we'll see how they do with the doors. That'll be kind of an interesting thing. So yeah, COVID-19 strikes again. No Bronco release anytime soon. This is a picture of the two-door. I gotta say, if this is an actual picture of the two-door and what it's like, I gotta say, it really makes me excited for a two-door way over the four-door, because this definitely looks a lot like the Broncos of yesteryear, especially the first gen, which this is supposed to be supposed to look like. So wicked cool. I like the rims on it. And we're back to this picture here. Soft top, definitely. I like the look of the soft top a little bit better than the hard top that was on the previous pictures, but yeah, pretty cool. And going on that same sort of thing, I gotta say, the man that created this, it's what Joe Bopnick is calling a super Bronco, or at least the gentleman is. I've looked through a lot of the pictures here, and we'll scroll through it. This is a really long story. This thing is really cool. So the guy took F250, Super Duty F250 front end, and married it to the farthest back portion of a Ford Excursion, and melded it all together. And I gotta say, this guy does some really good work for it being in his shop, in his home shop. Not anything special, no big tools. This is all hand fabricated, hand done, and it's really good. So he ended up, he drives a lot of miles in Texas, and he was looking for something that was going to be, easy to park and good on gas. So he has a 6-liter Power Stroke in it. Just a whole big list of stuff. So let's look at these other pictures. And like I say, he did a lot of work to get this thing to where it is, and it is really, really cool. Show you through some more pictures here. Like I say, workmanship is awesome. So we got front doors, and then the rear half door that swing out suicide style, so you can get into the back of the Super Bronco a little bit easier. There's a 6-liter that he started out with. Apparently, there is a few things you can do to the engine to make it more bulletproof than what it normally is. So he did all that. And just look at it. It looks quite amazing. So this is the front half of the truck. Oh, I can only imagine the amount of money this guy, stuffed into this build. But again, the marrying of the two frames to shorten everything up. And there it is. And this is the way he had the front of the Super Duty. Came with only doors. It was a full cab, of course. No fenders. The engine wasn't in it. So he, had the 6-liter from another vehicle that he, put into it. No bed on it. Then he bought a Excursion, and it had no interior, and cut it all apart. So, anyways, go through a few more pictures before we do this story away with. So we're going to get into some more coronavirus cancellations. That was Delaney.
So
yeah, I don't know if they can see you. There you go. Yeah. So Delaney is on spring break. She's up, and she's here for a few more days than she was going to be because of coronavirus.
Cancel all my class. Well, not canceled my classes, but they're all online now.
Ah.
So.
Only saw a hand. All right. So yeah, you guys know her a bit from when she co-hosts, but anyways, go through a few more pictures and then let's be done here. Anyways, this guy, amazing amount of work in here, quite amazing job, and it looks killer. Okay, now we're going on to the more coronavirus cancellations and postponements. We knew about the Geneva Auto Show. Now New York Auto Show is being postponed till August. The end of August, early into beginning of September is when the New York Auto Show will now be held for this year, which was a bummer because I was almost going to be able to make it down to see some of the show this year, but the move kind of is messing with that, and now it doesn't really matter. Other cancellations. It was originally NASCAR was going to hold the races at Atlanta and Homestead, but there were not going to be anyone in the stands. No consumers, no viewers, fans in the stands, but they were still going to hold it. As of 11:40 this morning, they announced that they are postponing these races till later in the year because of COVID-19. And we've got more cancellations in racing. The Australian Grand Prix was canceled earlier this week. And now the Bahrain and Vietnam Grand Prix are being postponed for F1. More corona. I mean, this stuff is getting nuts. My daughter's just got back from the store. The entire toilet paper section, paper towels, cleaning stuff, hand soap, sanitizer, gone. The other thing that was gone, nearly every package of meat in the store was gone. People are losing their minds over this. And it is starting to be scary. Walmart, our local Walmart, out, completely out of toilet paper, not a roll in sight. I went on Amazon to see what was on Amazon, and they were selling single rolls for a lot of money. All schools shut down here in Ohio for the next 3 weeks. Yeah, it's getting weird. It's getting weird. Everything that's shutting down. granted, I'm all for people being, safe and concerned, but toilet paper, this isn't even that type of a virus, but still, people are going nuts. Anyway, back to something that's actually good because of the coronavirus. Gas prices are dropping. I haven't checked the gas prices around here because I haven't been out of the house for a few days because we've been doing a bunch of packing and, of course, work from home, all that good stuff. But the national average for gas is down to $2.38. And I wanted to ask you guys, what's the gas prices in your area? I know that like 2 weeks ago when I talked to my brother down in Tennessee, they were at $1.99 and going down. So, yep, and I guess the average is going down to $2.30 a gallon, partially because of the pandemic. Also because Russia and Saudi Arabia are having a pissing contest. So that's also helping bring down gas prices. So if gas wasn't such a volatile chemical that doesn't stand up to time very well, I would buy a bunch of it and just stockpile, but whatever. 99 cents a liter. That would be.
Tell him we're in America. He needs to speak American.
Yeah, but he's in Canada, so he has to speak Canadian. That'd be close to. It's got to be close to like 250, 277 a gallon. Okay, thank you for the conversion. Do appreciate that. I was going to say 277 US dollars. Okay, so that's 99 cents a gallon US or 99 cents. I'm sorry, 99 cents a liter US or 99 cents a liter Canadian. Anyways, so yeah, gas prices are going down, and that's always a good thing. And this next one, I'm not going to quite do. Is Dodge bringing the Hornet name back from the dead? These trademark filings offer clues. This is a picture of the Dodge Hornet concept, 99 cents in Canadian. Okay, thanks. Thank you, Jason. It was a 2006 brain no work. 2006 concept car in Geneva. Definitely looks like the Dodge Nitro. But apparently, let's look in the story. I forgot to look at this one, so I'm sorry, guys. With the demise of the Grand Caravan, Dodge lineup will soon consist of only 4 vehicles: the Challenger, Charger, Durango, and Journey crossover, which is also going to be going soon. That's a better picture than Chrysler, which is down to the 300 sedan and the Pacifica and the Voyager, but that's really just the entry trim level for the Pacifica. Even if the newest model left Dodge's stable is left in Dodge's stable is the nearly decade-old Durango. Okay, Durango, sorry. Early this month, FCA applied for trademarks for Hornet and Dodge Hornet in the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. Also applied for it in Canada and Mexico. So what could the Hornet be? Again, these are old 2006 concept car pictures. So that is something that's going to might be coming around sometime soon. A Dodge Hornet, which AMC Hornet sounds much better. Just saying. Another story that popped up is Ford Fiesta and Focus are going to be replaced by a unibody Ford pickup. This is a picture of the Courier that is sold in Australia and in Southeast Asia. looks like a Fiat 500. Yes, the Hornet definitely did look Fiat 500 ish. Definitely odd, but concept cars. So what do you guys think? Do you think that replacing Ford Fiesta and Focus with a small pickup is a good direction for Ford? I say I'm all for small pickup trucks, Ute type vehicles. But I think there's still going to be some people out there that are going to want the more people friendly aspect of something like the Focus and the Fiesta, where it's got 4 doors and really can. But anyways, I'm looking forward to a small pickup. I love the small pickups. I wish. Oh yeah, there's definitely a market. When you look at the size of trucks today, it's insane. I did this quite a long time ago. I looked at a square body Chevy and the Colorado, the newest Colorado, and they literally were within inches of the same dimensions. And of course, square bodies were full size pickups. So I would love to see companies bring out small trucks again. S10 Ranger, the Nissan hardbody size, Mazda, B series trucks. Absolutely love the concept of a small truck. Just make it priced well. We'll see. We'll have to see whether that will be the same sort of design that we get for the Courier when it comes back to the U.S. But definitely interested to see a small pickup. And we go from small pickups to the mighty Chevy Express van that hasn't changed in 20 plus years, style-wise, but it is getting a power plant upgrade. 6.6 liter V8 will find its way under the short hood, giving it 401 horsepower. That is awesome. The 2020 Chevy Express, it's been 25 years in its current configuration. For the most part, it is back when the Express first came around, it had the 454 in it with only 290 horsepower. The 6.6 that it's getting will have 400 horsepower, 425 pound-feet of torque. Like I say, all for it. I cannot wait to see these vans out and about and really getting on them. All right. Ford Rangers are being recalled yet again because of fire risk. They're recalled back in October, about 20,000 of them. Faulty HVAC blower motors could short out and cause a fire. And now they're recalling 5,000 of those same vehicles for the same reason. Ford, you're blowing it, man, and literally, you can't afford to blow anything right now. Let's hope you don't blow the Bronco, because I think that is literally a more important vehicle for you right now than the Mach-E. Just saying. Yep. So 5,000 out of that 20,000, you're going to get recalls yet again. Only get more views and likes. Sure has been a challenge. Yeah. More views and likes and all that sort of stuff, especially when you're starting out, is a huge challenge. I've only heard of a couple of channels that have kind of, I want to say they've blown up overnight, but have gotten Lots of exposure and lots of views, subscribers in a short period of time. But Jason can tell you it's taken him, what, 2.5 years to get where you are. I'm sitting at 446, and it's taking. I've been doing this since May of 2017, so I'm nearly 3 years into it, and still can't seem to find an audience. Anyways, now we're gonna kind of switch gears. We're going to talk about previous cars I've owned, high school edition still. So my senior year of high school, if you remember last week, I had a Mercury Lynx, 71 to 94, 23. Yeah. Facebook, YouTube is not an easy thing, but anyways, if you remember correctly, from last time, I had a Mercury Lynx in early high school, and I also had a Volkswagen Rabbit diesel. So I had a buddy in my class who loved my diesel Rabbit. He wanted that thing more than just about anything, even with a blown clutch. He didn't care, and he's like, "Well, I got this Blazer. If you want it, I'll take that Rabbit and the Lynx, and I'll trade you even for this Blazer." I'm like, "Well, let me go take a look at it." The one that I had was a darker blue, same wheels, didn't have the rust on it like this one did, but basically pretty much identical to this. So this is an 85. That's what mine was. 2.8 V6 under the hood. Ended up the uncle had bought. Let's see, back the truck up. So the guy's uncle worked at a Chevy dealership. That particular Blazer had come in with a blown engine. Guy traded it for something else and left. So this guy replaced the engine and gave it to his nephew, my buddy. And there was really, other than a huge dent in the rear quarter panel, there was nothing wrong with this truck. Four-wheel drive worked, had good tires, everything. The only other thing that didn't work was the gas shocks on the glass. I ended up breaking the back window because I wasn't paying attention to things, because of those shocks were toast. That was a real bummer. But traded even, gave him the keys and the titles for the other two cars, and drove off. So couple of about a week later, I run into the uncle, and he said to me that he was so ticked at his nephew, my buddy, for trading this. And I'm at that point, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll take the stuff back, whatever, it's going to make you happy. He's like, oh, no, I'm not mad at you. You got a great deal, but I'm mad at him because he went ahead and, gave away something that I gave him. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I completely understand it. Anyways, had a ton of fun with this thing. Had it throughout the rest of my senior year. Drove it most of the first year to college before there was a spun bearing in the replacement engine, and I ended up selling it because I couldn't afford to put a different engine in it. But a lot of fun. Did some off-roading with it. Changed out and had some funkier rims on it that definitely had no place on this thing. Can't say how much fun it was. It was not good on gas. Probably 14 to 16 miles per gallon. But a lot of fun, and I really miss not having it. That's why I was really looking forward to potentially getting back into something like this with the tax money, but they'll have to wait a little bit longer. But nice thing about Tennessee, there are a fair amount of these in decent condition, so just save up some money and get one again. So after no, the cough is not corona. It's just dry throat. Anyways, after I got rid of the Blazer, I ended up buying my first car with my first ever loan. And it was an 86 Subaru GL wagon. 4-wheel drive. This is the same color. Pretty sure it had the same wheels on it. Although I think about it, I put wheel covers on it, so I don't know if these were the exact wheels that were here. Might have had a sunroof. Had the push button 4-wheel drive. Fun car. Took this, again, being 4-wheel drive, I took this thing definitely places it never should have gone. Turbo car. It was the first time I ever had a car with turbo. Drove this for a year and a half in college before the turbo went. I replaced the turbo. Then both catalytic converters went. And at that point, it was just starting to become a money pit, and couldn't afford to, keep it going. The stories that this car could have told would make a lot of people blush, right, honey?
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yep.
Our son's in the room, BT Dubs. I'm not.
Anyways, so a lot of fun and very. I would buy one again just for the nostalgia of it. But I would want my Blazer before I got this thing. Anyways, so that's my next two cars. And of course, in between all this, I had plenty of parts cars. I had a couple of other Rabbit part cars. I think I had something. No, it's just the Rabbit part cars. But anyways, all good. Keep it PG, please. Yeah, no. PG is all you're gonna get. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys tonight. We'll do the next couple of cars in the next edition of Car Chat with Kip. And I want to remind you guys, in case you didn't hear it when early on, we're going to do one more week of Buy It or Boot It and Car Chat with Kip before we go on a little bit of a hiatus while I get myself moved to Tennessee and get things settled there, preparing for everything else. So we'll probably be about a month off. Middle of April is when we'll start things all back up, and we will make sure to do lots of Facebook and Instagram posts to get people all invigorated and ready for new videos. This weekend I should be doing a video trying to see exactly where the brake fluid leak is, see if it's something that might be able to be fixed, and who knows, there might be something else special that pops up, and we'll let y'all know about that when the time comes. So thank you guys for both being here, and I want to end the stream like I do with all of my streams. Dreams without ambition is like a car without gas. You're not going to get very far. God bless, take care, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. We will.